Hey y'all, I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Marla.
And we want you to mansplain baseball elsewhere. Yay. So I am toasting with Mega Stuff Oreos. Shout out to Leah for telling me Mega Stuff existed.
You didn't know that? Girl. Come on.
Braves Twitter. Good for more than just infighting. And a truly watermelon and kiwi.
My fave.
Because it's still the weekend here because I didn't work today because federal holiday. So shout out to Presidents Washington through Joe Biden for giving me the day off. Though it's really Washington's birthday. I think it's the official name of the holiday. Mm-hmm. But I learned something. I'm reading one of his biographies. And because, of course, I would be reading a George Washington biography. That's not at all shocking. He apparently was born on... I'm probably going to screw up the dates, y'all, so don't. But, like, February 12th or something. But then the calendar, like, we changed from the Gregorian calendar to the Julian calendar or...
Other way around, I think.
Yeah. Okay. And then, whichever. Not a calendar pod. And so it literally, like, changes his birthday. So, like, he was like, do I celebrate the 12th? Do I celebrate the 14th? I celebrate whenever I want to. Or 14th and 15th, whichever it was. Day. So he was born one day, and then his birthday changed to another day. That's the moral of the story. Don't at me with specifics.
Because we don't care.
But also, I would say I'd celebrate my birthday for 2 days, but I celebrate for a whole month. So 2 days seems like I'd be shorted.
Yeah.
Half birthday, birthday month, birthday week, quarter birthday.
Anyway, toast to the presidents. Marla, who are you toasting to?
I am toasting with a Truly also, and this one is a lime. I went and got a citrus 12-pack, I think, and it is very good. The citrus squeeze is banging, y'all. Oh my God.
I had that in our draft. It's amazing. They replaced something with it. You need to find it.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping someday they start putting out like 6-packs of like I've seen like the berry flavor, but like I want more than just the berry flavor.
And like the berry flavor is my least favorite.
Right. They probably had so many left over because people threw them in the trash or something.
Yeah, like I don't. No, thank you.
But I'm toasting to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry because they just announced today that they are having another baby. So.
But also, Prince William and Princess Kate are schlumping because they're trying for a fourth. And apparently the Queen of England has been informed. And I'm like, imagine having to tell your grandma that you're trying to make a baby.
Nope.
That's probably why Prince Harry left the royal family.
Yeah, good for him and Meghan, honestly. I think she's the best thing that ever happened to him.
And or what kind... Wasn't she in a Tostitos commercial?
I have no idea.
Probably.
But man's like... has independence now, so you know. She saved you, bro. She's literally your knight in shining armor. You're welcome.
Pretty much.
So he's a combat veteran. Shout out to Prince Harry for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And wasn't he in the Royal Air Force or whatever?
Yeah. They have to be.
Yeah.
It's not a choice. Yeah. So like thanks, but like you didn't really have a choice. So like
but you did go to combat, which I'm sure if he was like, I'd like to have a little desk job.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They'd be like,
do you know who my father is?
Like, but they were really like, but you're like,
strudel.
You're like fourth in line for the throne, bro. It ain't coming to you.
So they really don't give a shit about you. They're like, go ahead.
Whatever. Go play your little war games.
Harry, your grandmother's still on the throne. Go to combat.
You're like, you good, bro. That's anyways. Okay, so I'm toasting with basically the equivalent of fruit juice, but it's really good. It's this muscadine wine that we have that's grown here, or the vineyards here. It's in like Harpersville.
Your daughter has a whole ville?
I know, right? Yeah, there's an Ashland, Alabama. There's a Harpersville, Alabama. It's probably a Fisher, Alabama, if I look hard enough. But yeah, there's a little vineyard there, and they make muscadine wine. And it's like, I don't drink wine. Like, it's gross. Sorry. Super gross. But this wine is like really sweet and basically tastes like juice. So I will drink it to the point that I just brought the bottle to the table. And I am toasting.
I just ate my Oreo, but can vouch, like if you like Moscato and stuff, like it's sweeter than that. Like, it is really good.
See, I like the dry wines, so I'm not
You can
not
have
there
those.
for the sweets.
You so fancy.
Have that shit.
Way up there.
The sweet ones always give me headaches,
You gotta hydrate,
and
bro.
it's too
See?
sweet.
Hydrate. Yep. Body armor in one hand.
Just right here, bro. Right here.
Just mix them.
It's a new kind of
If
cocktail.
you
right
think
there.
I haven't poured Pedialyte in my wine, you don't know me. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, I think of
Efficiency.
you every time there's a Pedialyte commercial now, because I'm like, did we start that? Because I don't remember seeing adults in Pedialyte commercials till about the last 6 months, and all of a sudden they're like, it's for you too.
It's because they know we're in a global pandemic and we're all stuck at home and have basically all become crippling alcoholics because the world sucks. So they just at least want us to be hydrated. Thanks.
Right.
Shout out Pedialyte.
I'm all right with it.
I'm toasting to National Gumdrop Day, as in the candy.
Oh,
Because one, I didn't know they had their own day, but love that for them. I love gumdrops. But
Because
also,
he was sour bitch, or
yep. Also, this did lead me down when I saw it was National Gumdrop Day. It went because I go to that website that's like national whatever the fuck day it is.com. I don't know what it's actually called. Just
like
Google whatever.
the calendar, whatever.
Please God, make Google shortcut for national whatever fuck the day.
But it's also National Wisconsin Day. I don't think I know a single human who lives in Wisconsin.
JJ
Shout
Watt
out.
used to, and you know where he also used to live? Houston.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
I guess he does still live in Houston, but not for long.
They kicked him out the entire city. They said, "Get the fuck
Bro,
out."
did you see like the whole list of athletes who have left Houston? And we love Houston. Don't give up on us, Houstonites.
Yeah.
But they gave out the entire list of athletes who are fleeing.
Yes, I saw your list because, like, I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, JJ left. They just lost Harden. They just lost Springer. That sucks. And then I saw your
Sean's
list that you
trying.
retweeted, and I was like, oh, damn. Because those three were just, like, within the last, month and a half. I don't know when officially Springer signed, but it hadn't been that long ago.
Right.
And I think he was the first. I think Harden came after that. That's neither here nor there. I didn't think about all the other.
Which also shout out to Harden playing like he was fat, and then like as soon as he got to his new city, it was like he had dropped 25 pounds. Like, what kind of suit did you have on under your
Explain that to me, please. Explain.
And or what kind of dye was that? Because I need it.
Yeah.
Marla got sick of the Harden shaming, and
she was like, okay.
Did not know she was a stan. I'm so sorry.
Oops.
Marla. Were you offended by our rocket talk?
No, my internet on my computer finally came back, so I figured it would be better to get back to an actual, a good sound instead of my AirPods.
Well,
ow, stabbed myself.
You came back just in time to learn about Mamie Peanut Johnson.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Yay.
She sounds awesome from the very little I know about her.
Yeah, so I had seen her face like, excuse me. Of course, like during Black History Month, MLB will flash people's faces, or like when they're celebrating the Negro Leagues, and occasionally during Women's History Month, they try to put a token post up. Yeah. And so you hear about Mamie Peanut Johnson, but she was one of 3 women and the first female pitcher to play in the Negro Leagues. She was born Mamie Belton in Ridgeway, South Carolina, which is kind of near Columbia-ish. I only know because I lived down that way for a while. On September 27th, 1935, but was raised in New Jersey and D.C. So she was signed by the Indianapolis Clowns in 1953. Guess who else was signed by them that year?
Henry Louis Aaron.
Oh my goodness, you're so smart. I don't know why just say Braves fans would know that.
Whose idea was it to name them the Clowns? I want to talk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I would say racist, but the entire
situation I don't know who named them. So. Maybe they picked their own team names, but if you did, I still want to talk because why?
Yeah.
Why? So she played with them from 1953 to 55, so like 3 seasons. She had a 33-8 win-loss record, which we know is not everything, but that's still really good. She's a right-handed pitcher with a deceptively hard fastball, but she had 5 other pitches So she had 6
Jesus.
pitches in her arsenal. She had a
Jesus,
slider,
Jesus.
circle changeup, curveball, screwball, and knuckleball.
Sure.
She
Fuck it, do it
received
all.
pointers on pitching the curveball from Satchel Paige. That's like learning how to be a good person from Jesus. So, and at the plate, back when pitchers still hit, also like they will in the NL this year because MLB's stupid. Look at that 180 I did over the past year. I still want to see Mike Soroka hit just once, but like just once. I want an option not to see him hit. Anyway, at the plate, she batted right-handed, and her average was in the range of 262 to 284. And yes, we have to go with batting average because we don't have advanced stats.
Don't they have her WOBA?
From 1953.
I'm fed.
BOFA's nowhere to be found.
The best stat.
So this was the thing that like made me giggle. She was known as Peanut during her career because she was only 5 feet and 3 inches. She's 3 inches taller than I am. So
I was about to say that's my height. So
okay,
think I'm a
Peanut.
Aw, she's a little peanut.
Some guy came up to bat and saw her pitching and was like, "I ain't scared of that little Peanut," and then he struck out. So. I didn't make this up. This is a fact. Y'all can Google it. After retiring, she earned a nursing degree from North Carolina A&T University.
Oh, I was about to drink.
Which is a historically black college. And she established a 30-year career in the nursing field. So she played professional baseball for 3 years, and then she became a nurse.
Awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
NCA&T like has a really good reputation as well. So like they're in Greensboro, North Carolina.
She should have became a teacher since she was already schooling motherfuckers.
So I didn't know this. I guess I missed it because I was in college and probably drunk at the time. On June 5th, no, I wasn't because I was still only 20 years old, so I would not have been drunk.
Would never.
Never drank underage ever.
Ever. On June 5th, 2008, Johnson and other living players from the Negro League era were drafted by the minor or major league franchises prior to the MLB first year draft. So, like, I don't remember watching this.
I don't remember that at all.
Just like walking across. Maybe people older than us did. Remember it? I don't know. Maybe people who were sober at the time.
In 9th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade.
Okay, well now I feel old, but thank you. But so Negro Leagues players were drafted like in 2008 by the MLB, though now they've been incorporated like they duly should have. But anyway, whatever. She was selected by the Washington Nationals, which was like her hometown team, which was like where she spent a lot of time growing up and where she lived most of her adult life. And in 2015, a Little League was named for her in Washington.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cool.
Yep. And she died on 2018, excuse me. That made no sense. This truly is really strong. Sometimes they're not, and sometimes they sneak up on you.
They can.
AKA when you've
you
only
feel
had
so good. You're like, it's a seltzer. I'm getting hydrated. And then you're like, what?
If you had a Zaxby's chicken sandwich and one mega stuffed Oreo today, that truly will sneak up on you. So Mamie Johnson died on December 18th, 2017 in a Washington, D.C. hospital of cardiac-related causes. But she was 78 years old.
Wow.
But she played with Hank Aaron. How cool is that?
Really
And learn from Satchel Paige. Jesus Christ.
no big deal.
No big deal.
It's awesome.
And she had 6 pitches in her arsenal. Like, can you imagine a pitcher now having 6 pitches?
Yeah.
No.
Um,
Good ones, no.
right. And if you'd like,
I mean, I can throw the ball 6 different ways, but that don't really mean shit.
It might hit my first baseman, but like,
right. But like I could do
throw it.
I could. It's about framing. My catcher didn't frame it.
Right? Fuck that guy.
If you'd like to learn more, she's the subject of a book called A Strong Right Arm that describes her life growing up and her obstacles to becoming a professional Negro Leagues baseball player. So I can imagine being a black female growing up in DC and between the 30s and 50s was a situation in itself. And then to be one of 3 females in the Negro Leagues was probably something else entirely.
A badass.
So, yeah. So Mamie Peanut Johnson.
Definitely.
She was married like 3 times too, which was kind of cool. Like it got into like, and then like, cause it was like she was survived. If you look at like in her Wikipedia article who she was survived by, like she survived by like 100 people. And I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
But it includes like all her stepchildren and all this.
Yeah.
And like, it's really cool. But I just think that, I mean, yeah, you played with Hank Aaron. And I didn't even look into who else was probably like on those teams or who they played against. And then like you learn from Satchel Paige and just amazing. So go her.
You know what else is amazing? The sheer number of names that are on that goddamn MLB transaction page right now.
Oh, and you know
Jesus
what
hell.
they did? That was so annoying. So they normally have like Ashlyn Scott picked from waivers by the Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
So they have that for like half the ones, and then on half of them it's like Atlanta Braves picked up Ashlyn Scott.
Yeah. And
so
then some of them are just like this person assigned to this team, and I'm like, well, who assigned them? What teachers? No, what? I don't know. There are so many that have been happening this past week. It's because of the spring training, like the non-roster.
I'm glad you thought that was weird too, because I thought it was weird. I'm like, did MLB was just like,
No,
here,
who's assigning
take this guy. Like Ryan Ripken came to the Orioles, where they like, it's a Ripken, go to Baltimore. Like,
Yeah.
they're just
He's
like
the one
sorting
assigning
them
it.
like M&Ms. Like, I don't know.
Yes, but anyway, to go in kind of chronological order, I think we talked about Sean Doolittle going to the Reds last week?
Very briefly, because it happened
Yeah, I
like
think
right
so.
before we recorded.
Yeah, so that was on for 2/8, and I don't know like when that, because we said before like when it becomes official, then they put the name on again, and so sometimes I'm like, we definitely talked about that person last week.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't positive. Chris Archer on the 9th went to the Rays. Little homecoming for him. LOL at the
His
Pirates.
home's actually in North Carolina, but continue.
Well, I mean, yeah. Damn it. Yachty signed a 1-year, $9 million deal with the Cardinals.
Boo! Go cry about it.
Honestly, surprised he didn't post like 5 paragraphs on Instagram like,
Right.
I'm worth
Like,
20 million.
I was about to say, I didn't get paid enough. I should have won that Gold Glove last year. Wow, I'm so hardcore, but I won on Instagram.
Cry baby bitch.
And also that day, the Braves signed Nate Jones. I guess gave him a spring training invite, didn't sign. He's a pitcher that had his WAR last year was a -0.3. But his career WAR is like 6 something.
Riley's
his 9 years.
And people love him, so go on.
That's true. All right, Nate Jones is our new ace.
There we go.
On the 10th.
Over Soroka. You didn't deserve to play.
Move over. Jones is in the house. On the 10th, the Phillies signed Didi Gregorius. The Yankees finalized with O'Day. I feel like that's another one we had talked about before. And then on the 10th also was the 3-way trade between the Red Sox, Kansas City,
they just now finalized with O'Day.
Yeah, it came.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I feel like he
February
went to
10th.
them like the first week of the off season. It feels like.
I mean, time is fate, but I feel we definitely did touch on it before. So in the Benny trade, the Red Sox sent Benintendi to Kansas City for Franchi Cordero and 2 players to be named later. Kansas City sent center fielder Khalil Lee to the Mets for a player to be named later, and right-handed pitcher Josh Winkowski. And the Red Sox sent, I don't know, I think they sent some back. No, yeah, they sent him to the Sox, sorry. 3-way trades get me confused.
Yes.
3-ways are always confusing.
Shuffling.
Too much. Something's always uneven and someone gets shorted.
Yeah.
The roles need to be clearly defined prior to this. God damn it, Kansas City. But anyway, yeah. So Kansas City has Benintendi. Long story short, I don't
Just
care about
so
those other.
All I know is they posted pictures of this whole outfield's gone, and Jared Carabas was sad.
Yeah.
Someone should have gotten, what was it, a vanilla cappuccino or whatever he loves from Starbucks.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? He said it on our podcast a year ago in the archives. If you'd like
vanilla
to listen.
lattes.
How about that?
Vanilla
Because I
lattes.
don't remember.
Iced vanilla lattes
I remember fucking vanilla lattes, but not specifically what kind. There's a lot of lattes.
I remember we asked him his MySpace top 8, and he loved it so much he asked somebody on his podcast.
Subtle brag.
You.
That's not so subtle.
What else? Shane Carl, remember him? He went to Minnesota. No, I'm sorry, minor leagues. My abbreviations. The Reds signed him to a minor league contract on the 11th. Twins claimed Kyle Garlick off of the Braves waivers. I don't really miss him, so that's fine. Some people were like joking.
We got I'm
the
sure
end
we'll
of
get
the
there.
dynasty.
We got that Trevor guy back from
We got Travis.
Detroit. Travis, that's right.
Yeah, Travis.
I'm telling you, these Trulies are very strong. This 5% is a lie.
Those fives, they add up. Before you know it, it's 25.
That's true.
What else happened?
But we gave him in the Shane Green trade.
Yep.
So
Shane Green is yet to be
signed by anyone.
Yeah.
Come on, AA.
And today,
because Mark Melanson went to the damn Padres.
Yeah. Melanson went to the Padres. Justin Turner re-signed with the Dodgers for 2 years, $34 million. And he broke the news. So, Trevor Bauer was just steaming.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. And then today, the Braves extended invites to a shit ton of people, including Drew Waters and Trey Harris for spring training. And we also signed today Kisner?
Jason Kipnis.
I knew it was something like that.
He was with the Cubs the last time.
Yeah, he's an infielder who's going to be a good bench bat, I think.
He could be he's like a 260 career hitter. He could be a decent bench bat. I mean.
And we need depth always. I
was going to say, there's always depth.
Is always.
We didn't have a ton. We don't have a ton of infield depth. I mean, there's right now, until today, there was our best bet off the bench is Johan, which if he's Winter League Johan, that's great.
Yeah,
if he's
then we'll be fucking
2019 Johan, that's not great. So who knows?
Yeah.
So you can always, no harm, no foul. It's just a minor league deal with a spring training invite. So we shall see.
Yep. And Travis Demeritt too, a left fielder, is going to give us decent depth.
Yeah.
So.
Apparently this guy, Kipnis too, apparently he played center field some, which, obviously we've got Christian and Ender there, so, that would
so Christian
should never happen. But there is he has played center field before, so that's cool, I guess.
We threw Riley in left field, which is, you got an arm, there you go.
Yeah, that's very true. And again, if we get Winter League Johan, Riley may play left field some to give Ozuna days off.
Right. What I absolutely love about Riley looked really lost in left field, but he could be working on it in between killing bucks in the off season. Who knows?
Exactly.
Because everybody was like, he ain't doing nothing in the off season this year, and then he showed up last year. We're like, oh, baby, been working. So
yeah, he always looks like he ain't doing shit, but he came back better last year, so he could very well.
He moves silently. You shouldn't let people know what you're
play
doing.
Baseball at the same time. It's fine.
You don't have to be standing there in your underwear like Noah Syndergaard on Instagram, so everyone knows that you're working.
We won't complain if you do.
Just Pablo Sandoval, you don't need to. Nobody write into us. It's not. Which you probably would.
He could use less baby oil, and I'd be okay with it. But that's not sweat, bro. You're lying. That's not sweat. You baby oiled yourself up before you pulled the phone out. It's fine. That's fine. Just say that though.
Maybe it's tanning oil. He's just prepping for spring training.
But it's fine. So.
Anyway, on to important things, I guess. I said Ashlyn first to tell us about our AL team, and then I listed Marla, but we're skipping Marla. We're going to Ashlyn.
That's
Okay.
right.
Tell us about those Houston Astros.
The
down there,
Astros?
the ice storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Probably
really
a
cold
power
there
outage.
right now. They're just kind of trying to stay really warm and have power and stuff. But they haven't really done much of anything. They did sign a right-handed pitcher to a minor league deal, Steve something or another. I should know his last
He
name.
sounds like a really big, important pitcher.
Yeah, he's
Something or
a
other.
big, huge name. Anyway,
Big
Steve-O got invited to spring training.
Steve-O.
So
If
we'll
Steve-O
see.
shows up, I'm gonna lose my shit.
We'll see him soon.
He's like
Um,
50 years old now.
I
They
don't think maybe in his 40s.
he's in his
still
late
got it though.
40s.
Let's just
But that's literally all they've done. Nothing else has happened, and I don't really foresee. I mean, spring training's this
Oh,
week.
he's
so
British? Did you know he was British?
what? He lives in like Harris.
Steve-O was born in Wimbledon, England. He's 46 years old.
He's starting to look old finally. Just saying.
He lives, or at least used to live outside Philly, like across the street from my cousin.
Anyway, sorry.
Did not know that.
Not a jackass. Well, he's a jackass pod.
Well, I was gonna say.
Totally is.
Hashtag jackass pod.
Too much
Make
of my
that a
formative
t-shirt.
years was spent watching that show.
So Marla, what are those? So to go from the ice of Houston to the ice of Toronto.
Toronto signed free agent second baseman Joe Panic to a minor league deal. And invited him, yeah, probably, well, at a socially distanced disco. Other than that, it is a ton of non-roster invites. Anthony Castro, Kevin Smith, which I had to laugh at, Leonardo Jimenez, Austin Martin, a lot of other guys. So that's basically all they've been doing is prepping for spring training. I'm excited. It'll be interesting. Pitchers and catchers are coming, bitches.
We don't mean at your socially distanced disco.
Yeah.
I just hit my water goal for the day. So
Good job.
why that went on.
Truly
Trulies
doesn't
don't count
as
as water, bro.
Okay, anyway, I told you about my water app before on here that it gives you like weighted measures for different kinds of liquids.
I don't feel like you can count alcohol, bro. I don't feel like
I
you can
count
count
it as 1.5 of liquor and then seltzer for the rest. Anyhow, it does. It has wine and beer and liquor are part of like the liquids you can select. I'm not lying to you.
I believe you. I'm just saying whoever made that app was a...
Yeah, like I believe you.
It's
but that doesn't
weighted.
seem right.
Like you don't get like 100% for it, but
Shit.
you get some. I mean, it's liquid. You're kind of hydrating.
I feel like no, this wine is not hydrating me at all, bro. It's doing the opposite.
Okay, but my app just gave me a "you good for the day, girl." So don't take my shine. Anyway,
Drink some body armor.
so the Baltimore Orioles made two very exciting moves for me.
Mm-hmm.
One, Ryan Ripken, Kyle Ripken's grandson, because I had to look it up because I was like, who knows?
Yeah,
was
that name.
assigned to the Orioles, but we'd still like to know who assigned him. Like, you're right. Like how they worded it, I was like, where did this come from? Like, did they draw names out of a hat?
It's like when you're paired with a kid in the group project that you know isn't going to do shit, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I assume it's part of designated for assignment, like kind of part of that whole thing, but I wasn't looking into it while I was watching the Daytona 500, so it was what it was. And then Matt Harvey got signed with a minor league contract.
Whoa. Dark Knight stand right here.
Yes.
Like
so his little bobblehead's up there beside Kyle Seager's up there at the top of me.
No.
So yes, with my puzzles. So Matt Harvey, I'm not going to say it because we've already drunk enough, but we have the best thing in the world in common.
Oh, jeez.
It is that we
That
love
counts.
Batman. So,
almost done.
anyhow, hopefully him and King Felix are in minor league. I don't know who's part of the normal Orioles rotation, but I feel like King Felix and Matt Harvey probably have a good chance of breaking into it.
Probably. If they could maybe just go like on 1 day of rest, that would probably be best for the Orioles.
just rotate.
Platoon. Can you platoon a starting
Can you have
rotation?
the two play? Like, I know Bauer said he'll pitch every 4th game, but can we just have them pitch every other?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be
Our arms
perfectly
won't
fine.
fall off.
Perfectly fine. So we're gonna do previews. Like, I guess I didn't really know what I was doing again. A weekend gets a little hazy.
Like a holiday weekend.
Yeah, and last weekend was 2, maybe. It was Super Bowl. That counts as a holiday.
Yeah.
It's America.
It does.
So we're gonna preview both the AL West and NL West, but this is like our kind of sneak preview, and then I guess after spring training we'll do it again in case something really changes.
Sounds good.
Because it's only going to take us 3 weeks. How we're doing it this time, and that'll be about the start of the season.
Yeah, we can get more detailed later.
Yeah, we'll get more detail later once we see what they look like or whatever.
Mhm.
So I did the AL West first. I put the Astros winning the AL West. The online people put them kind of in the middle of the pack and put the Angels at the top. But I was like, Angels
aren't fucking winning. No.
Angels, like we said last week, like they're making all these trades, but
That don't make any fucking sense.
who's
What are
gonna
you
pitch
doing?
for you, bro? Like,
Like,
let's throw Fisher out there with his little 3-year-old arm. Like, come on now.
got like 49 outfielders and literally no one to throw the baseball. I
Right.
need you to figure that out. Need you to
And
figure
your
it out.
outfielders can't grab a 400-foot home run. Like, they can't do that.
Albert
Now the
Pujols,
A's could the
The
A's
A's
are always
might be
sneaky
sneaky good.
because last year I picked them to be sneaky good, but then they let me down against the Astros, and then Mike Fire's little bitch ass they re-signed to the A's, so I kind of just didn't like him for that.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, because he wouldn't come out and pitch to the Astros. Like, if you're gonna rat on him, bro, you need to face them face to face. Be a man.
I forgot about that. They switched the
He
pitchers
would
that
not
day.
even come out.
That's funny.
Said punk boot.
You're the
He's
one with the
punk,
baseball. They're not going to chuck a bat at you. Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, Correa might chunk a bat at you. Let's be honest.
but the bat isn't going 60 feet. You're fine, bro.
Yeah.
But also, you had some mess going on with an underage girl, so you deserve a bat
So
chucked
maybe
at
you
your
need to get
face.
beaten with a bat.
Yeah.
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
get a good hit in the head once. See what
Might
happens.
fix you.
Yeah.
This pod
Rewire
on
him.
violence for the record.
So right now there's 39 other men fires on the team, but I still was between I again stand by the Astros, even though it's a different team, somehow seem to always know how to perform at the end to get where they need to go.
Yep. They're always, well, not always, but of recent years, they're good.
Right.
They can figure it out.
Right.
The A's might be sneaky good. The Angels are not fucking winning.
Well, that's my
No,
thing.
that's
Like
fucking
the
stupid.
A's and the Angels, and then with the Angels, I want to give them yay, they made all these moves. They have Rendon and this and that and Suzuki. We talked about. And I do
I
love,
want the Angels to
and
do well.
I want them to do good, but bro, if people scored 21 runs on you per game,
It doesn't fucking matter. It makes no sense. You guys make no sense. The Angels make no sense. Fucking idiots if you're picking them to win. I'm sorry. Mean that with love, but you're a fucking idiot.
probably going to be the 2021 World Series champions now, but we don't care. We stand by it. Anyway, Mariners
magic.
and Rangers
Sometimes idiots
race
win.
to the bottom.
Yeah,
Mariners have some high spots. There was a tweet the other day that said, "What team do you forget exists?" And I said the Rangers because we legit forgot what even league they were in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my MILB affiliate, and I still forget that the Rangers actually exist. Also, don't watch the new Walker; it is horrible. Unless you like CW teenage drama shows, then you'll love it. I don't, so don't watch the new Walker. Walker Texas Ranger,
bitch.
There's a new one?
Yes,
know
with
that.
Jared
You
Padalecki.
can't redo that.
Padalecki, the one that Rory didn't
Jason
choose.
Padalecki?
Doug from
Yeah.
Dean from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
not cute, by the way. We should discuss that one day.
He's
not
definitely not as
and he's
cute
so
as Jess.
awkward and he's super controlling.
He's really
so-
okay. Yes, you're right. As Dean in Gilmore Girls, no, fuck you. But I think of him.
Yeah, as a human
honestly,
being,
as a
we know nothing
supernatural
about
character.
you. You might be a wonderful person. So sorry, Jared.
Yeah, no, sorry, Jared.
But on
we know he
Gilmore Girls,
listens.
you were
Fuck you,
horrible
Dean.
person.
Team Jess for life. I have a T-shirt and everything.
Yes.
And definitely not Team Logan. Logan was like,
Fucking.
and I
See,
didn't
I-
like how Rory became when she was with Logan. I didn't like that
Rory was an asshole the whole time.
the whole time, but she got like
Got
even
worse.
more. But she got bold about it. She got that rich
Yeah.
people money, and she was like, now I can be brazenly an asshole.
I don't know, man. When I first watched Gilmore Girls, I was like, oh my god, Rory's so cool. Like, I want to be just like her. And the older I get, I'm like, this fucking
Yeah.
bitch. I'm gonna beat her ass.
I've definitely transitioned into Lorelai in my
Yes.
old age.
Mhm.
So I definitely would have slapped Rory to fucking face.
Yeah.
Always with Lorelai. And then I always
I-
wanted a Suki. Like, well, actually, I'm surrounded by
I
Sukis
love Suki.
because even though I'm 32 years old, I'm somehow the youngest everywhere I go, and everyone else has like children and all these things. Like, I literally have a friend, shout out Victoria in Illinois, who like when I started up there, I was 22, I was fresh out of grad school. Like, she would literally bring me snacks in her bag to work.
That's very Suki. Does she have a Jackson?
Like about 2:30 in the afternoon, like she'd be like, "Are you getting tired?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Here's some goldfish."
Oh.
Anyway, so I love Suki
hilarious.
because like I need people around that like me, like
Yeah.
to make me function.
I am rewatching Gilmore Girls right now. I'm in the final season right now.
Nice.
I don't
We should
really know.
do in all of our spare time at some point. We'll write this down for the bonus content because I'm sure people love to see it. Maybe we can have BBD make a guest appearance because I know he also watches Gilmore Girls.
Yes, he's
He
also
finally turned on
rewatching
Rory
right now.
the other day. Now it's
So
like
we could
we all
either
get there.
reviews of each episode. It would get very lengthy. It would give you a lot of content.
We could maybe do like season. That's
Seasons.
7.
Yeah.
Because there's
We could
7.
do
I
seasons.
think there's only 7 seasons because I'm on 7 right now and it feels like the end.
And then there's that whole weird kind of movie thingy.
The day in the life or year in the life. It was
Year in the life.
That was interesting.
I liked it. I did not. Whoa,
But again, I hated Rory.
People.
Yeah, and the ending, I was like, I mean, you could tell that it
makes-
was written to have been an
Ended
8th
the show.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen right after the last
Exactly.
season.
Like she wasn't supposed to be that much older.
Yeah,
She was supposed to be, like.
because when she's 32 or whatever it is,
You're
and at
like,
the end she's like,
okay.
"Oh, I'm pregnant," and it's supposed to be this big thing.
It's
It's
ruined
like,
it for everybody.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, yeah,
Anyway,
that's good.
If
Once
you came
again,
here for
love Lorelai
baseball
in it.
content, this is just bonus. You're welcome.
anyway, so we were
dressed up
talking
as
about
Luke
the
Cage for Halloween.
Rangers.
Yeah, back to the Rangers. Fucking A. Anyway. Okay, so do you want to do your NL West or are we going AL all the way around first?
AL all the way around.
Okay. I'm going next. I don't know what the list says, but I'm going
My
next.
list wasn't very comprehensive. It was kind of like Astros, then these people, then Mariners, Rangers are.
Okay.
Mariners have bright spots, but
Yeah,
I
they
don't
just
think they're.
signed what's
I
his
just
face.
don't think they're yet to overcome. I think it's going to end up being Astros, A's, Angels, Mariners, Rangers.
Yeah, I agree with that for the most part. Well, not for the most part. I agree with that completely because I don't really give a shit where the Rangers or the Mariners go. Flip flop them if you want. I don't give a shit. But I think Houston and Oakland.
I honestly
Could
don't know,
be.
by the way. Sorry. Rangers could have like 18 All-Stars on their roster. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing
We
down
do
there.
know they have Charlie Culberson and Mike Fultonevich. We do know that.
Oh, so they are
Yeah.
a lot to win the division.
Yeah. So there's that. But I feel like Houston and Oakland could have a good race to the end. Maybe. So that could be something fun towards the end of the season to see who, because I feel like the Astros will take the AL West, but I think Oakland will not be far behind. So it could get interesting. And that's all I really have. The Angels don't make any fucking sense. We've been over that like 100 times now. The Rangers, I literally only remember last year when they put out that ridiculous graphic with like their 3 pitchers and they were like, the West is on notice or some fucking bullshit. And now all those guys are gone. They didn't do shit last year anyway, but now they're all gone. And the Mariners just signed, who is it, Paxton that they just signed back, I think?
Bill?
James.
Sister-wise?
No.
What about Bill Pullman?
Oh.
And
James Paxton, that former New York Yankee.
yes, they just signed him.
Yankees Twitter is even worse than Braves Twitter because they want to keep every player, but then also get all the new players. Braves is like sacrifice my mother to sign Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
Yankees want to keep everybody and sign everybody.
Yeah.
Also, hashtag love you. Why am I saying hashtag so much today? I don't know. This truly is very strong.
At least it counts as water, though.
So. Right? Whatever. Fucking
the people are going to be like, go back to not drinking on Mondays.
Hey, this is entertaining.
Okay, so Marla, who's your...
As much as I want to be different, I think Houston's gonna win the AL West, but I think Oakland is gonna be second, and then I think it could be the Angels, and then we'll say Seattle, and then Texas, because it just doesn't feel right any other way. Although I will be happy if Oakland, sneaks in and wins like they did last year. I'd be here for it. I just don't think they will. But who knows?
Who knows? NL West, Marla.
The NL West is going to be fun this year. I am so
not
excited.
For the Rockies.
For two teams, it's going to be fun.
Exactly.
Well, and the Giants are going to think it's fun, and then they're going to remember that they're the Giants.
Yeah. Stay at home.
Honestly, they should probably just opt out of this year. So I think...
LOL. Breaking news. A Duke freshman basketball player, I don't think we talked about this on the pod. We talked about it in between.
Yeah.
Opted out of the rest of his freshman season. The regular season isn't even done. And he opted out of the rest of the season to prepare for the NFL draft. I'm like, bro, I thought you had to wait at least to the postseason to do that.
I think you need to.
Anyway, sorry, opting out. The Giants should just opt out because they're going to be stuck in that no man's land in the middle. Anyway, sorry. It's Marla's turn.
I think, the Dodgers are just spending all the goddamn money in the world. They probably have a GDP higher than half the countries. So I think the Dodgers are definitely going to come out on top. Mm-hmm. And I'm not mad at the Dodgers for spending all the money. A lot of people, I didn't tweet about it, but I saw a lot of tweets that were like, oh my God, the Dodgers keep spending the money. And everybody Dodgers Twitter got really offended. Well, your team doesn't even have money. I'm like, it's not a bad thing. It's just crazy. And it's the teams that don't spend any money. That is the problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dodgers are going to win. But San Diego is going to give them a run for their money.
I hope. But also, please don't celebrate till you finish the job. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
don't embarrass yourself.
Or parades until you're all vaccinated.
/ finish the job.
Yeah.
We never heard any more about Turner showing up and celebrating maskless because you know what? He'd already won the trophies. Nobody cared.
Yeah. Basically, people care for a day, and then
I just remembered that. But you know what? That's because the Dodgers finished the job, so that's what we were focused on.
Yeah. I'm trying, the last, I think they're all just gonna suck. I'm sorry to anybody who listens that is an NL West.
I think the Diamonds are gonna suck less than the Rockies.
I'm gonna say, oh God.
The Diamonds pitching staff, especially if Mad Bum manages to find his way back. If not, you might want to go ahead and retire. But their pitching rotation is not horrible.
I wonder how his horse is doing. I guess maybe only because the other two teams are the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. I think the Giants might come in third. Literally only because they've got nobody
and they have
below them.
They have baby Yaz.
And then I don't know. I'll say the Diamondbacks and then the Rockies because the Rockies are. I don't even know what they're doing.
They gave up on life.
They're they have a rummage sale going and they're paying people to take their things. So I don't know. I think they'll come in last in the NL West. It's not going to be pretty. But as far as the top 2 teams, it's going to be fun, and I'm excited to watch.
Yeah. It's going to be appointment baseball, for sure.
Yeah.
Even though it's in the middle of the fucking night, but we'll figure that out
2
later.
a.m.
Middle of the fucking night.
We chose Eastern fucking AL teams, so we wouldn't have to stay up late.
Right?
And then the NL West was like, we got this.
Except Ashlyn chose the AL West team, but that's okay.
Well, she's crazy. But Central.
Houston is in my time zone, so
yeah,
that's true.
Lots of their stuff is fine. Is it my turn to rant now?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna go first? Okay, thank you. The Dodgers are gonna win the West. It's gonna be close, but the Dodgers are gonna win the West. The Dodgers have a $250 million payroll right now, which is fine. We don't need to be mad at the Dodgers. We need to be mad at the Pirates and the Rays and all the other people that aren't spending any money. I can't remember what the teams are. I should have written this down. But the Dodgers payroll is $250 million, and then there are 4 teams whose payroll combined is $202 million. It's the Pirates, the fucking Rays, I think. I don't fucking know. There's 4 of them. Whatever. You can find it. And that's why Major League Baseball needs a salary floor. I don't care if you want to save money. You should not be able to consistently field a team that plays like shit because it's bad for the overall product. I don't care if you're the Pirates owner or whatever, and you're like, we want to sell off all our assets because we're going to fucking suck for a while. You're not even trying to rebuild. I don't even know what y'all are doing. You're just trying to, save money, I guess. I don't fucking know. But nobody wants to watch a Pirates game. Pirates fans don't want to watch a Pirates game. And when you get teams like the Yankees playing the fucking Pirates, neither one of those teams want to watch that game because the Yankees fans know they're going to fucking blow them out, and the Pirates fans know they're going to get fucking buried under the fucking bridge, so they don't want to bother with it. So nobody's watching those games. Nobody's getting that viewership. I'm sure there's idiots that would watch it because, if I was a Pirates fan, I would watch it.
I'll be the idiot in the stadium. So
see,
I would go to PNC for any game.
I'll give them my $15.
There's a small
but I'm not
amount of
going
us that
to
would.
watch you on TV unless I am a diehard show.
If we're talking about grow the game and this, that, and the other, fielding a shitty ass product just so it doesn't cost.
Well, you were talking about, it'll be phenomenal to watch if the A's and the Astros have an end of the year division.
Exactly.
Or if if the Padres and the Dodgers do.
Exactly.
Or the NL East, for years it's been to the very end between the Phillies, Nats, Braves. The teams have rotated, but who's it going to be? We didn't know until maybe a week before the season ended. It was never blown away.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
So don't be mad at the Dodgers because your team won't spend. Be mad at your team because your team won't spend. Because here's the thing. Dodgers spend a fuck ton of money.
Don't you have to be approved to own a major league team? So they have to vet you. So you'd think they'd be are you a cheap bastard?
Right. You'd think that'd be a question on the questionnaire.
But here's the thing, all the owners are.
That's true. But I think what LA has realized and is capitalizing on is they're spending a fuck ton of money. Yeah, they're gonna have to pay that luxury tax this next year, but the next year they got a shit ton of money coming off the books. And also, they just won the fucking World Series. I know at least six Dodgers fans who spent well over $1,000 on World Series merch. That's just friends of mine that have spent $6,000.
Shout out Ray.
Thinking about shout out Ray because I think he probably spent $6,000.
I was gonna say Jesse probably spent $5,000 himself.
Exactly. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised. You single without kids, you probably got it.
Yeah, fucking buy the home plate from the fucking thing or whatever. I don't know. I probably would. Anyway, so I think they've realized there's that entire revenue stream that can be tapped into if you spend the money and build a good product.
And you think about jerseys. How many people do we know that already right now bought a Bauer jersey the day after he was signed?
Already bought a Bauer jersey. How many people do we know who, so when the Dodgers won or whatever, when those World Series jerseys come out with the gold fucking thing on the sleeve, they're all going to go fucking buy those too. Those things are $400 a piece.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just World Series. Like, you'll buy the NLC, like DS, you'll buy the NLCS, you'll buy the World Series.
Exactly.
Like, you'll buy
And then
like every
too,
little step.
like, don't like. Okay, so
Oh,
Dodgers
and I
fans,
need the hat to go with the
Yeah.
shirt, and maybe a hoodie because sometimes it gets chilly at night in LA.
exactly, and don't forget, like, a Dodgers fans I think of specifically for this, but like they have World Series appearances patches. So like they have those hats with like, oh, we went in 2017, we lost, but we went like World Series 2017, and then they had 2020 shit of World Series champs. So think about, I feel like Dodgers fans didn't this year, like they didn't buy that appearance patch because they had already bought it in 17 and 18,
Right.
so they were like, I'm not fucking buying that shit again until we win, which I can appreciate. But like there's so many revenue opportunities if you, because I mean we're just talking about strictly merchandise sales, not to mention like when the games start back and memorabilia. Like I don't fucking know how much those
And
damn
they can
bases
pretty
cost,
much
but
charge, I hope they don't, but they can pretty much charge whatever they want to for tickets this year.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like Yankee Stadium, they said they were going to do 10%. Like, charge whatever you want, bro, because you're going to get it. You're going to
Yeah,
get
people will pay
10%
it.
of Yankee Stadium filled up with whatever you charge for a ticket.
Yeah, the Marlins just said 20% today. And like, especially in LA, your city, the people have the money to buy whatever tickets they want. So
Yeah.
for the most
So
part.
I think, I don't know, I just,
Rob Lowe does.
as
He's
much
an
as
MLB
it hurts
Yeah,
me to
he'll come with
say
his
it,
MLB hat.
but the Dodgers have figured it out. Like they've got the cheat code. They know how to do it, and it's not a bad thing that they're spending this money, and it's smart and it's worked out so far. So why fucking not keep trying it? And anyways, then I think Padres come in second. I do think it'll be close, but I do think the Dodgers will. I don't think theirs will be as close to the end as like Oakland and Houston could be.
Right.
I think by time we're, a couple weeks out, the Dodgers will be like 4 to 5 games ahead, and that'll be that. And then I think it'll be Giants, Rockies, Diamondbacks, and the only reason I put the Rockies over the Diamondbacks is because I like the Rockies and I have hope in them. And Trevor Story is technically still there, and so is Charlie Blackmon. So like, I don't know. I'm just thinking wishfully, to be quite honest.
Pretty much.
So
that's okay. Anyway, I kind of interjected all my thoughts in there, so take them as you will.
Yeah.
I think the
Invest in
Padres
things
will
that
be.
You want to pay out.
What? Crazy.
Get that coin.
So speaking of paying out, so we're drafting this week. Marla's going to go first. We're going to do the most controversial players in the MLB. I said like our lifetime-ish.
Yeah, all mine are current ones. So there are a lot of, especially like with this last year's Hall of Fame ballot, we could do a week's worth of shows just on that. So I decided to stay away from those because everything that
I did not
said about them.
Anyway, you go first. You go first.
Well, since I'm first, I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to say Trevor Bauer. Sorry. But as far as current MLB players, I honestly think he is the most polarizing right now. Like, people either love him or hate him. And there's a few people, like, I think most of us are in the, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly, like, I think we're a very small minority. Like, especially on Twitter. And I know Twitter is a microcosm of the larger, narrative. But people are big mad at the Dodgers, even Dodgers fans.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people saying that they're not going to go to games this year. They're not, I don't know. And people can talk big game until it's all, and like, it's been 2 years since you've been to a baseball game.
If he wins game 7 for them, they're all going to be Trevor Stans.
They'll shut the fuck up.
Like, I can definitely sympathize with wanting to stand with your morals, but I think, I don't know. I mean, this isn't a, talking about the good parts about Trevor Bauer, but I think that he's definitely gonna get the job done at least a little bit.
The thing to me about Trevor Bauer is there's people who don't like him because of the stances he has taken on some things, which okay. But then there's people who try to attack him as a pitcher, and then it comes out, well, really, I just don't like what he said about immigration. Well, say you don't like what he said about immigration. Don't say he's a shit-ass pitcher. I mean, as a pitcher, if you look at his career, he's been fairly average. Like, let's be honest. But, like, the two things aren't connected. Like, be honest about why you don't like him in the first place.
Like, a lot of people... Like, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you don't support J.K. Rowling, it's easy to separate the creator from the artist, or the creator from their art. Yeah. And you can say, well, I'm going to go to Etsy for all my Harry Potter merch. It's harder to do that, I think, with a baseball team, because if you buy a ticket, people think you're supporting that player. And that's not necessarily true. Like, you can support your team without saying that every guy on your team is the best person. And I think it's for your own mental health. You, like, I'm not telling you have to go out and buy his jersey. Like, don't, if you don't want to. But, like, you have to also let yourself enjoy things.
Here's a little tidbit.
Speaking
of all that money they had, Dodgers and Bauer don't give a fuck if you don't show up to the game.
Also that.
All you're hurting is yourself.
And also, don't dig too deeply into any major league player's beliefs. Trevor's just loud about his.
And don't follow them on Twitter.
Exactly. Trevor's just loud, but there's a lot of people in Major League Baseball who think exactly like he does. So
yeah, it's
tread carefully.
And by Major League Baseball,
in those waters,
she means like at least 74 million people.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay. Bauer's my first pick.
Ashlyn, who's yours pick? Who's yours pick?
My first pick is Barry Bonds.
Oh, he was on my list.
Because
did he do something with his arms?
I was, maybe like
he had jacked arms.
He was a good baseball player, but some people out there don't believe PEDs belong in baseball, which I understand. And some people don't believe that Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, which I don't understand, but more power to you.
He was an amazing baseball player before. Oh, people are going to get mad about this analogy I'm about to make, but like it's almost like the 2017 Astros.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you didn't even have to cheat, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. You did. It makes you even better, but you didn't have to be good. Like you can't teach that hand-eye coordination and like.
Also,
you still have to hit the ball.
PEDs don't improve hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Right. You can literally Google that shit. Google is free and you can do it.
Maybe if he was putting magnets in the baseballs and the bats.
Yeah. It improves your muscle twitch very, very, very minutely, but not nearly enough to change your hand-eye coordination. Like if you don't have it, you don't have it. Like that's as simple as that. So yeah, Barry Bonds is my first one.
Okay. My first one's Curt Schilling, and we won't go into details why, because I don't want Marla to have her head explode. But Curt Schilling, I think we could all agree, is a very controversial debate figure, and he did not get nominated to the Hall of Fame this year. No, he did not. And then my second one is Derek Jeter. Apparently, there's people out there who think he was not a good player. And then when you call them out on it, they're like, well, I mean, he was overrated. No, bro, you said he wasn't good. There's a difference. So anyway.
People just hate Derek Jeter because he was a Yankee, let's be honest. Yeah. Which, relatable. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it.
But you can't say he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. Like, he just looks stupid.
True. He's gonna be the only one fucking. Or no, it's him and that Rocky.
Yeah, Larry. What's his name?
Larry. Yeah.
Larry something. The only one know that.
Oh, the one that had like the denim jacket on when he got off.
Fucking rider. That dude looks so cool.
His Hall of Fame ceremony is gonna be nuts.
Yeah. Put that poor
Larry, of course.
I know. I hope they put Larry first.
There for the
Make him go first. So
like,
that
bless Larry's little heart. I'd be like, y'all, can I just go like the next year, bro?
Y'all here for me?
Because this is fucked up. Y'all got me all the way fucked up putting me in here with Derek Jeter. This is
you know you wouldn't be. You'd be like, this is me.
No, I think
I
I'd
think they
go.
put
I
him
think
first,
I'd be
so they have to
self-aware.
listen to him, and then Jeter can be the headliner.
Exactly. Like, be the opening act. Like,
Yeah, fluff
That's
the
not
crowd.
good for my ego. I'd be pissed. I'd demand to wait till the next year.
but what if you give like the best speech of your life, and then all these people are like, "Who's
They
this?"
wouldn't care. They literally wouldn't care. They'd be
They
like,
probably won't even be in their seats during it.
yeah, they'd be like, this dude talked before Derek Jeter came out.
That's true.
So, my next is Pete Rose.
Oh, because of the little girl thing, or because of the betting thing?
Okay, both.
Yeah.
He's long been
Yes.
controversial because of the betting thing. Then
The 14-year-old thing came out
more
later.
recently controversial for the child thing. So take your pick.
Yeah.
Also, small note, I found Kurt Schilling so controversial that I actually put him on the list twice. Anyways, go ahead.
I'm sure that's
Pick
why.
number 3 is also Christian.
That's a long drive to left field.
In a similar vein as Pete Rose, I'm gonna go with Mike Fiers as my second, because not only is
Being a little
was
baby bitch.
that, and also the sexting an underage girl.
Yeah.
That's
And he
whole
still
thing.
took his damn ring before he snitched on the Astros.
Yes.
Mhm.
He didn't say anything until long after.
Mhm.
And yeah, the Astros thing, I think at first a lot of us were like, it's late, but it's good that he did this. And then I don't know, it just came into perspective more, I guess. And a lot of people are still real mad at him. And like, plus that
My thing
facial
is
hair,
how
bro,
he went
not bad.
about it. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Anyway, whatever.
It's not good. And I mean, some people do still support what he did. And I mean, I support what he did, coming clean, but it's the manner and it's everything else about you as a person and your facial hair. So it's my number 2.
We can't leave facial hair off the list.
Cannot. It's a fucking crime. And my third and final is Aroldis Chapman.
Knew it.
I'm not going to do an entire rant about him, but he shouldn't be allowed on an MLB field. And a lot of people just seem to not care. But there's a lot of us that are like, yeah, actually, no, that's not.
So here's my thing about Chapman. I'm not sure if a lot of people don't care as much as I've noticed with a lot of these baseball players. Like the past few years, I've started paying more attention to other teams other than just my own. This stuff is not well publicized. Like, you won't hear. His was more so than others, but like if you're just a casual fan who plugs in for the World Series, you're not going to know. You're going to know him as like the Game 7 guy who gives up Game 7. You're not going to know him as this horrible person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like we said earlier, like, I'm not telling you to not be a Yankee fan and not support your team, but if he were on my team, I would not support him. So, and people and it's just all the praise that he gets is just gross. Like, you can be like, oh yeah, he won the game for us, without, I don't know, doting upon him, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's very much polarizing. You love him or you hate him.
Yes.
He's mine.
And my final pick is the infamous Audrey Huff. For all the reasons. The Audrey Huff is infamous.
Yeah.
I picked.
Although I don't think there's anybody that really likes him. I mean, I guess there's probably people out there, but fuck you people.
He's definitely controversial.
He is. So I was going to say Bryce Harper, but I feel like that's just more people who hate Bryce Harper thing. He's not like controversial. Like, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
he
also
does
I don't
good
like
stuff,
you.
But also
But A-Rod. And A-Rod's controversial not necessarily because of more like ESPN baseball.
I get
that. He was on my list too. I almost picked him.
And like him and J-Lo taking glamour shots at the inauguration. Like, that's why A-Rod's controversial.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
Like, not because
I
mean,
saw-
there were a lot of people that had a lot to say about him when he was player too, Ovs. But now it's more like his personality people either love
Aubrey
or they
Huff.
hate.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the
But
same
I
thing.
personally, I love A-Rod. Like, he's really annoying when he tries to just do commentary.
God, I hate him.
Oh my god.
But like on the
His dumbass.
like the Fox show before like the championship series and stuff, like
Mhm.
I love him and Big Poppy together. Like they just vibe. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Like don't try too hard, A-Rod. Just be yourself.
Yeah, just like you can talk before the game, but when the first pitch is thrown, I need you to shut the absolute
Yeah.
fuck up.
How about
please.
someone ask him to go make a sandwich for them?
Let's do
Please.
that.
I love.
Anyways.
There was a tweet that came out. I think it was after the inauguration, because of those pictures that they took, and someone was like, "I love every time I tune into some big event and A-Rod is just there like baseball's Forrest Gump." I fucking lost it.
That's funny as
He
fuck.
really
He's
is
at
though.
everything.
He's
The
always
Super Bowl
there.
last year, the inauguration. He's at fucking Little League. Not last year, but 2 years ago, he drove by our house.
Like him, Judge, Shaq, and somebody else were hanging out at the Super Bowl this year.
Mhm.
It's just, he is
just
Forrest Gump. I'm waiting for the picture with Nixon to come out. Somehow. It'll be there.
It'll
Did
happen
not
somehow.
ever play ping pong.
There you go.
So Ashlyn, where can people find us?
Everywhere.
I
We
sure-
are literally
You can't
everywhere.
escape us.
So good luck. If you find us annoying, it's about to get a whole lot fucking worse. All of our personal accounts are Braves, Ashlyn, Emily, Marla. That's us on Twitter. You can find us at Mansplain BB Pod. Also, if you're not listening already, go listen to Mansplain Hockey Elsewhere. That is at MH Pod MHE Pod Trio. Okay.
And it's shorter. It's not as long. So.
Yes, it's shorter. It's different. All these are in all of our bios, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Lecturin Ladies, we are done with Marla season and start on mine this week. And those come out on Fridays. And we're going to be talking about cults. So I'm very excited about that. And we're trying to do some like.
She means cults with a U, like the crazy people, not like the Indianapolis ones that had Peyton Manning.
Yeah, with a U, not a O. And I'm going to teach you guys who the actual family is because when I asked, everybody said the fucking mob or fucking Charles Manson, and you're all wrong. So.
Intriguing.
So my mom met one of Charles Manson's followers, though, which I feel like
so cool.
She still had like whatever
The thing.
the mark on her forehead was. Yeah.
Ash Wednesdays this Wednesday. Just thought of that.
Also,
Different kind of mark to get on your forehead.
Yeah. Also, FYI, there is an active serial killer in New York right now, killing homeless people on the A train. So watch the fuck out. If you're a homeless person on the A train and somehow listening to this pod, be careful out there.
Slash, if you live in New York, tell the homeless people on the A train to get off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's just stabbing the fuck out of people, and apparently he's only like 5 foot tall. So watch out for short guys.
It's a leprechaun on the loose.
Is it a man?
Sorry,
Do
Emily.
they know for sure it's a man?
Yes, it's a dude. Apparently, they know that for sure. He's like 5 feet tall, and he stabs people, mainly homeless people, on the A train. Only on the A train. So,
yeah, well,
I don't know where the A train goes, but maybe don't take that one. Just a thought.
Yeah. Maybe take a bus.
Yeah, something. I don't know. You New Yorkers can figure it out. You're
Or
sad.
it's cold. Like we're like a whole lot of padding right now.
So he's really got a stab.
So like
you know?
he's got a big knife. He's got to stab like his whole arm up. And
Serial
down.
killer prevention pod coming up. Right.
Yeah. So you can find us everywhere. Everywhere, and there's more fun stuff being planned.
Also, if you want to put us on your TV, at Brave Swear Jar can tell you how to do that because apparently that's how he watches us.
Which is lovely
Both
and
creepy and wonderful.
Yeah.
YouTube's fun. Our YouTube is interesting. You get a lot of behind the scenes stuff, like how I have balls in my chest this week. So
Yeah.
And our
check that out.
faces are priceless. Not for
Always.
their beauty, for their expressions.
And for like the last 2 or 3 episodes, I've worn black and I have a black background, so I'm just like a floating head, which is fun.
A floating purple head.
Yeah.
Hair. Her face isn't purple yet. She's not Veruca whatever, salt.
Gold? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Salt?
That could happen though, because I'm tie-dyeing a lot of things. So I tie-dyed my Wake and Jake sweatshirt because I spilled coffee on it and I stained it because I'm a slob. Why dye my white? Don't know. So I tie-dyed that.
Trev Pluth of the
Looks good.
10-inch hands had a white hoodie though.
Yeah.
But he
and
can probably hold his cup securely in those big ass hands.
That's true.
exactly. See, I bought that hoodie in white also, and I've worn it once, and I didn't stain it yet. However, I'm thinking about also tie-dyeing it as a preventative measure because I will inevitably stain it. Plus, I think if I'm practicing.
If you
this-
tie-dye it, then you won't stain it.
Exactly. So right now I'm ice tie-dyeing a t-shirt as like practice because I've never done that before. And when I'm done with that, if it works out well and it looks cute, I'm gonna ice tie-dye my women in sports hoodie because I think white and purple, I'm envisioning purple tie-dye would be very cool.
My women in sports shirt is purple, so which I
See?
found
Mine too.
when I was cleaning through stuff the other day. Like I found at least 20 t-shirts I did not know I had or forgot I ordered. Like when we did the
Love
mark
that.
was 29 to 3, ordered a t-shirt. Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah. That
Not me.
last week when I ordered like all that fucking shit when they had the little sale or whatever, none of that's in yet. Should be here soon. I don't know. Ice storm's probably preventing that, but it should be here soon. But I ordered so much fucking shit that I don't even remember what I ordered. But I think I ordered another women in sports hoodie, even though I already have one. I think I ordered like a black one or maybe I don't know.
You can
I
Maybe
really
never
like
like
an orange tie-dye with that one. That'd be cool.
See, and I almost did the I know I almost ordered the Carolina blue one, but then I was like, I ain't fucking doing that shit. So
She should have.
but it is so
Everyone
nice.
looks. It is
It is
beautiful.
so pretty. I'm never gonna buy it, but it is so pretty. Y'all should buy it.
I'm buying
Shut
it
up.
on Thursday when I get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So yeah,
anyway,
you can find it
buy
everywhere.
our merch at shop.jumpboymedia.com. Maybe.
Yes.
So we can all buy MacBooks.
Please. Thank you. Bye. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See ya.
Hi, guys.